Verity Bookkeeping, doing your books so you can do you.
Today I'm going to talk about how to record a client retainer. Before we get into QuickBooks, let me talk about why this is important. And the main thing is that when you receive a retainer from a client, you have not earned that yet, so it goes into a liability account. The cash, of course, goes into a cash account, checking or what have you, and the same amount is credited to a liability account because you have not earned that money yet. So the way we're going to do this is we are going to go to sales and we're going to make a new service. So we'll go to sales, products and services, new service. We'll call this service client retainers. And we're going to, instead of an income account, we're going to create a liability account called client retainers. And add. So this is not an income account, it's actually a current liability. And deferred revenue is perfect. And we'll save and close. Let's edit sales tax because most places this is not taxable. You can check with your state. Save and close. Now, let's say we've received a retainer from a client. What we're going to do is plus new and create a new sales receipt. Let's say we got it from Cool Cars and he paid with a check. This is going to go to undeposited funds because we have the check, but it's not in the bank account yet. So first we're going to use our product, our service that we created, client retainers, and let's say Gracie at Cool Cars paid us a $2,500 retainer. So it didn't tax it because we told it not to. Then we will save this and let's see what happened. We'll go to the transaction journal. So the important thing is that undeposited funds got a debit, meaning it goes up by $2,500, and client retainers got a credit of $2,500. That also means it goes up because it's a liability account. This is an asset. Perfect. That's exactly what we wanted. So let's go ahead and do some work for Cool Cars. And Cool Cars, it doesn't matter there because we're not actually going to have any change of money because they already paid us. So let's say we do some design since that's in here already. And let's make it $600. And we'll use our service client retainers. And we're going to put negative $600 in here. So the sales receipt is for zero. Zero will go into undeposited funds or what have you. So we'll just save, and then we can look at the transaction journal again. I always like to look at the transaction journal to see what actually happened. Nothing went to undeposited funds. Design income got $600 because now we've actually earned that money. Client retainers was debited for $600. You remember it was credited for the $2,500 before. Now it's debited because it's no longer, that amount is no longer a liability. Very good. Now let's go ahead to reports and see our balance sheet. And we'll scroll down to liabilities, and there's client retainers. And look, $1,900. That's because we received a retainer of $2,500 and we earned $600 of that. So there's still a balance of $1,900 in here. Now we're going to customize this report, and we're going to use this report in the future. So first, the reporting period we want is all dates. We want to group by customer, and under the filter, we want to filter it by cleared, and actually we want it uncleared. This will make sense in a minute. So we'll go ahead and change the report title to Client Retainer Summary, and run report. Oh, one more thing. We really don't need all these columns. The date's helpful. The transaction type, they're all going to say sales receipt. You may or may not want the number. We'll get the name a different way. So any of these things, again, the account's going to always be the same. The split will probably always be the same. So actually all you need is these three things. But if you want more columns, by all means. So now, very important, save customization. And then you'll be able to find that in your reports under Custom Reports. There it is. Now I'm going to go ahead and populate this with some other sales receipts so that we can see how this works. Okay, now we're going back to our custom report, Client Retainer Summary. Okay, so now you can see for each client, we have their balances. Now we don't need to see Amy's bird sanctuary because she's completely used up her retainer. So we are going to go ahead and reconcile this account. So we'll go to the gear icon, reconcile. You may have to go through this if you haven't reconciled before. So we'll go down to client retainers. We always want the ending balance to be 0 for this, and the ending date. So what we're going to do is just check off all the ones that are completely used up. That's all. So now the difference is 0. We put in 0, the cleared balance is 0, difference is 0, so we can hit finish now. And this is done. So let's go back to our report, custom report, client retainer summary. And now it shows all of our clients that have open retainer balances and what those balances are.